Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Rap Palette Original, where we highlight different artists and we talk about their lives. And today Palette Original is Who is King Von? Upcoming rapper from out of Chicago, hailing from that 64th and MLK Drive, Old Block, aka Wick City. He goes by the name of King Von. The actual name is Daquan Bennett, known to y'all as King Von. He's an affiliate of Lil Durk, signed the Durk label, Only the Family. He hailed from that Parkway Gardens, like I said. His nickname is Grandson, which is referred to Barksdale. There's been rumors to say that he could be the grandson of Barksdale, but there was other rumors that said that they named him that because the way he handles himself in jail. You know what I mean? He's known in the street as a black disciple. Now, we're going to go into a more and more in-depth about King Von. Armed with a knack for melodic storytelling, paired with his rapid-fire delivery, King Von is quickly making a name for himself in the rap world. 26-year-old Von rap career is on the incline. The Lil Durk affiliate been rapping in 2018 and has been steadily growing his fan base since his early single Problems established his talent to the world with his 2018 Crazy Story, which was a fire snapper to the point you had kids reciting it. You know what I mean? I'm talking about kids who couldn't even read could recite the record word for word, captivating even a larger audience later on. The Crazy Story music video has gained over 50 million on YouTube, while Von puts the storytelling charm on display, detailing a robbery that turned violent. With several trips to juvie, bomb robbery, possession of firearm, as well as a couple of stays in jail for involuntary shootings under his belt, King Von is really about the antics, his raps, and his songs. Once King Von began his career kicked off as a result of a vivid storytelling and distinctive drill beats, he moved to Atlanta alongside the work with Chicago rapper Lil Durk, signed to the record label Only the Family, which was distributed by Empire. Although he may relocate it, King Von still holds down his Chicago roots, frequently repping the city on social media, as he on one of his new songs, Broke Ops, video which was released last March, and he just released a song 6 hours ago with Fevo Foreign in Chicago, fire song. If you aren't familiar with this rising rapper, here's a basic summary of him. I love him. He's you know me, his tales from the streets, holding down the set, you know, and he do pay homage to his best friend T-Roy. On Twitter he calls himself V-Roy, but musically he's on point, you know what I mean, lyrical. So let's go in depth with this. Much of King Von's notoriety is due to his history run-ins with the law, which began when he was young. King Von earned himself the first trip to juvie when he robbed somebody at gunpoint, stealing their car. Given King Von's young age at the time, the judge agreed to drop all charges on one stipulation. King Von had to attempt a boot camp where he would confront his defiance and challenge to change his ways. Apparently, the boot camp did not leave a lasting impact because King Von landed a second trip to juvie when he was convicted of possession of a firearm not long after. Von mentioned in passing during an interview that he had two successful stays in prison when he was younger, first for 14 months, quickly followed by a 15-month stint, although he did not give details on what landed him in there on those separate occasions. King Von's longest stay in jail was 3.5 year stretch awaiting trial. Happened after he gunned down a man named Michael Stuckley in an Inglewood party in 2014. He was 19 years old, allegedly, because he had been cleared of all charges with that, but no witness came forward or anything like that to testify. Von was charged with the murder and wounded 2 others. Vaughn's friend Michael Wade was with him during the incident, also reported shot off about 15 rounds. Wade ultimately was sentenced to 28 years, while Vaughn was fully acquitted of all his charges. Wade actually, if I'm reading this correctly, and somebody can fact check this for me, he actually confessed it to the murder. After his acquittal, Vaughn launched his music career, gaining traction until his music came to an abrupt halt in February 2019 when he was arrested again for a shooting in Atlanta. This time along with fellow rapper Durk. Video footage of the incident depicts Vaughn and Durk firing shots and robbing someone at a restaurant parking lot. The wounded, an alleged vice lord from the South Shore neighborhood of Chicago named Alexander Witherspoon, ended up surviving, but Durk and Vaughn was jailed without bond on charges including attempted murder, possession of firearm, and gang association. Durk and Vaughn will both be released in late June on $250,000 and $300,000 bail, respectively. Vaughn took to Instagram to share his news of the release, now deleted posts, and since been posting up per usual. It is unclear as of right now whether the charges are still pending or have been dropped. Lil Durk affiliation in OTF. After Vaughn's release from a 3.5-year jail stay, his friend and mentor Lil Durk swiftly signed him to Only the Family, releasing their acclaimed single Crazy Story in 2018. The success was prompted a remix song later on featuring Durk. Durk's early hunch about the emerging rapper potential proved correct. When Vaughn debuted, his mixtape Grandson Volume 1 was released in September 2019. It was ranked 37 on the Billboard's top R&B and albums, and 75 on the Billboard 200. Vaughn's second mixtape, LeBron James, a nod to NBA All-Star LeBron James, was released on March 6, 2020. The album was met with even better reception than the first, ranking at 36 on the Billboard top hip-hop albums and 63 on the Billboard's 200s. It featured artists like YNW Melly, Lee Chopper, Buka 600 on songs like Rollin', Message, Baguettes, respectively. Now let's get into his beef. King Von may be a newcomer to the industry, but as well established, he's no stranger to conflict. Von quickly expressed his disgust with 6ix9ine when the rapper went to O Block in Chicago to post a video of himself mockingly kneeling flowers where Lil Durk's cousin Newski was killed. In response to the video, Von expressed solidarity with Durk in condemning 6ix9ine action, including in the post saying, "That ish with 6ix9ine, that ish ain't cool. They got this man running around here on that funny ish. That ish ain't funny, gang. Cause it's like this. I don't know these ends, gang. I don't give a F about them. Nig 6ix9ine. I don't know him, but I told all of y'all type people, gang, people locked up in ish. And it's real. He was mocking the gang culture in Chicago. And I think it's not sit well with a lot of people there. So just a few months prior, Von expressed his disappointment with Nicki Minaj, who he had once held in high reverence for having worked with 6ix9ine. Upon his release to jail with their Trolls record collab. The music video, which was mostly hated, watched by the public, and still garnered over 276 million views nonetheless. And on Twitter, he stated how he feel King Von isn't rocking with that new Trolls collab. So the next beef that he had was with FBG Duck, who passed away in August. Were known enemies, which he talked about the block that FBG Duck is from, St. Lawrence and 63rd, because you know their GD set, Gangsta Disciples, Growth and Development. FBG Duck untimely passing in the drive-by shooting in Chicago, however, spurred Vaughn claimed that the two had resolved their issues, and once and for all, prior to the rapper's death, King Von earned his nickname as the grandson, as similarities to the founder of Black Disciple, while FBG Duck member is a Gangsta Disciple. The two rappers exchanged shots at one another in form of diss track. FBG Duck's I'm from 63rd, released in March, served as a response to Vaughn's February track, Take Her to the O, where Vaughn details a run-in with someone from, you guessed, 63rd, who he clearly does not fuck with, and ends up sending 2 bullets his way. Following FBG Duck's death, Vaughn took to Twitter to wonder how people blame him for everything, and a month later announced that the two had ended the things on good terms, hinting that they even had an unreleased music made in collaboration between the two, which he was considering dropping earlier that plan. So this could be very false, because these two was mortal enemies, the block they came from, and these are rival gangs which have killed each other over the years. Now, the next beef stems from FBG Duck, which is Famous Dex, and it's crazy to see how this thing's all turned out. King Von also had beef and dissension earlier that month with 27-year-old Famous Dex, who also signed to Rich the Kid, after Vaughn called him a effing an Instagram connection section in a video for getting emotional of FBG Duck. Dex didn't take it kindly to the insult, going on Instagram Live and calling Vaughn, I'm saying, King Vaughn, you a B, SMD, you got 6'9" going to O Block, you H ass ends, go get 6'9" ass before you say anything about me, cause he on y'all block disrespecting y'all dead ends. Soon after the tweet, ends better hope God got some room for they B ass for so many directed towards Dex and 6'9". Tensions cooled off quickly, however, with Famous Dex once again taking the Instagram Live, the time to apologize for having going on at King Von, saying, I ain't got to say anybody's name, because I get people famous off doing that. You supposed to be from Chicago, we supposed to be together, like coming together. F Chicago, we supposed to be coming together, because black on black, black power, you know what I'm saying? All that other stuff, I'm just saying. I love me, I apologize to my fans, because my fans know that Dex, not Dex. F everybody else, this is how I'm feeling. Following day, Dex challenged Vaughn to a friendly boxing match, which seemed to pique Vaughn's interest, and has tweeted out, for everybody that don't know me, I've been beating A's my whole life, in and out of jail, and I hit hard as hell. I'm just throwing that tweet out there. Carry on. And this is a Palette original about King Von. Crazy story. Melodic storyteller rapper. I wish him much success. Support him, stream his music, and let's try to stick together. Like and subscribe and share the video. Palette Originals out.